Hi learners, myself Nandhini, Department of Computer Science SF, the Standard Fireworks Rajaratnam College for Women. Today we are going to talk about keys in DBMS. The session contains what is key, types of key and importance of key. Let's start the session. There are many types of keys in DBMS, but here we will focus on primary key, foreign key, candidate key, super key and alternate key. First, keys are fundamental components that ensure data integrity, uniqueness and efficient access. In DBMS, a key is an attribute or set of attributes that is used to uniquely identify a row or tuple in a table. Keys help maintain integrity and allows us to retrieve specific data efficiently. We also use keys to set up relations amongst various columns and tables of relational database. Why do we require keys in DBMS? Keys are important in database management system for several reasons. First one is uniqueness. Keys ensure that each record in a table is unique and can be identified distinctly. Second one is data integrity. Keys prevent data duplication and maintain the consistency of the data. Third one is efficient data retrieval. By defining relationship between tables, keys enable faster querying and better data organization. Without keys, it would be extremely difficult to manage large data set and queries would become inefficient. The first key is a primary key. A primary key uniquely identifies each record in a table. It cannot be null and must be unique. A primary key is a unique key, meaning it can uniquely identify each row or tuple in a table. It must have unique values and cannot be contain any duplicate values. Here is an example. We have student table and three attributes called roll number, name and age. Here roll number is a primary key. Next one is foreign key. It is an attribute in one table that refers to the primary key in another table. The table that contains the foreign key is called the referencing table and the table that is referenced is called referenced table. A foreign key in one table points to the primary key in another table, establishing a relationship between them. It helps connect two or more tables, enabling you to create relationship between them. It is important for maintaining data integrity and preventing data redundancy. They act as a cross-reference between the tables. Here we have two tables. First one is student table, second one is course table. Student table has two attributes, roll number and name. Course table has three attributes, roll number, course ID and course. Roll number in the course table is a foreign key, referencing roll number in student table. Next, candidate key. It is a minimal super key, meaning it can uniquely identify a record but contains no extra attributes. It is a super key with no repeated data is called candidate key. The minimal set of attributes that can uniquely identify a record. A candidate key must contain unique values, ensuring that no two rows have the same value in the candidate keys column. Every table must have at least a single candidate key. A table can have multiple candidate keys but only one primary key. Here again, student table attributes are roll number, mail ID and name. Here both roll number and mail ID can uniquely identify student, so both are candidate keys. Can pick one, say roll number is a primary key. Next one is a super key. The set of one or more attributes that can uniquely identify a tuple is known as superkey. It may include extra attributes that aren't important for uniqueness but still uniquely identify the row. A superkey is a group of single or multiple keys that uniquely identifies rows in a table. A superkey can contain extra attributes that aren't necessary for uniqueness. Here example is roll number, name and phone number. A superkey could be a combination of roll number and phone number, as this combination uniquely identifies a student. Next, alternate key. An alternate key is any candidate key in a table that is not chosen as a primary key. In other words, all the keys that are not selected as the primary key are considered alternate keys. An alternate key is also refers to as a secondary key because it can uniquely identify rows in a table, just like a primary key. An alternate key can consist of one or more columns that can uniquely identify a record, but it is not a primary key. Here is the example. Again, it is a student table. The attributes are roll number, name and phone number. Both roll number and phone number are candidate key. If roll number is chosen as a primary key, then phone number would be considered an alternate key. I hope you all enjoy this session. The capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill. The willingness to learn is a choice. Happy learning. Thank you.